All right, so what we got today is the cordless chainsaw that Ego makes. Now, I have chainsaws, but you know, sometimes you're probably like me, you got some limbs you got piled up, they're too long for the fireplace, you just want to shorten them up, you don't feel like, you know, making noise or going through the hassle of mixing fuel because you don't have any mixed or whatever, and firing up your big noisy chainsaws. So I bought this little cordless chainsaw just really for, you know, limbs, making them shorter, cutting wood down so it'll be perfect without being a nuisance. But the question that, you know, seems like comes up a lot is, I mean, how long does the battery last? How strong is it? Could you cut a tree down with it? I mean, I wouldn't be carrying it off to the woods, really. I don't really think that it's cut out for all that. But what we're going to do today is we're going to throw some batteries in it. We're going to cut through some big logs. I bought the one with a 16-inch bar because I was just doing limbs. I think they make one with a 14-inch bar, but they didn't have one at the store. I just wanted a small little saw for, you know, limbs. It was quiet and such. But what we're going to do today is, oh, well, I've already used it a few times, but we're going to make a video. We'll split that one down the middle and maybe just cut discs off of it. We may cut through that one. See how it holds up, how quick the batteries run down. I kind of feel like cutting through this one. I mean, if you want to know if you'd cut through a tree, that wouldn't be much different. Of course, if you was cutting a tree, you'd still, you know, make a notch, sneak up on it from the backside. You don't want, don't matter what you're running, you don't want the bar to get pinched. I think it'd cut a tree down. But anyway, let's see. So here's the saw. Now, one thing that is kind of neat, I mean, it's all plastic, you know. I don't know how, if you're as old as I am, you might remember back in the day TV commercials where they'd take a steel chainsaw and put a log chain through the handle and drag it down the road behind a truck. You ain't gonna do that with this thing. But you can adjust the bar tension just by, this unlocks the bar, so you don't have to get a wrench out. And then this one here just tightens or loosens it. So that's loose. You see how it sagged. So we'll snug it up here. And then when you lock it down, it seems to get a little tighter. Yeah. Could be a little tighter, but that's good enough. So the battery it comes with is it actually came with this one, 2.5 amp hour battery, and I have a 5 amp hour battery. I've got some other stuff that Ego makes, so we'll just we'll throw this one in here off the bat and run it till it dies. Alright, so all these batteries just came off the charger. They're all fully charged. We'll just now, first of all, you know, in case you don't know, I don't know who watches these videos, but when you cut through the log the traditional way, you know, like if you're cutting through here going this way, that's cutting with the grain. So I mean, that's the way you're supposed to do it. But when you're cutting the other way, it's harder on the saw. They don't cut through it as well. You're ripping it then, and you run the risk of, you know, having a little kickback or something. There's been a lot of people been cut up, damaged pretty good from doing that, just like texting and driving, but we all do it sometimes. So I'm aware that you know, but just because you shouldn't do it doesn't mean you can't get away with it once in a while. You know, we need to make these smaller, and that's how we're going to do it. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, if you go to pushing on it too hard, it'll okay, it just stopped. Stopped again. cuts. I don't know, I think it's pretty impressive for a battery powered saw, but like I said, I would never carry it off to do real work. It's great for just quietly processing this stuff down like this. Well, that's all we got. And that was a fully charged battery. Now it's dead, I think. Let's see. Yep. It's all red. I don't know if it's showing up or not. Was that like 6 or 7 minutes, maybe? So here's the big 5 amp hour battery. So really double the capacity. If you're basing on that one, that means if we just got 7 minutes, that means this would last 14 minutes, maybe. So not very long. But keep in mind, we're running it the full bar buried in there, run with the grain like that. I mean, just running, if you're just cutting limbs, gosh, I think you can do that for more than a half hour. Limbs and little round logs, you shortening up. Be great for that. I just wanted to make a So yeah, I think that's a pretty good test. I mean, I don't wear flip-flops, but if I was a flip-flop wearing guy, I'd think that chainsaw was just the best thing on the planet. It ain't, but it's good for limbs. It's good for quiet work. That's about it. Yeah. Huh. I mean, for that chainsaw, that little pile of slabs and discs like that, running the grain that way, well, I mean, honestly, for that chainsaw, that's kind of impressive. But I certainly wouldn't trade in a real chainsaw for it. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about all we're gonna do. You get the idea. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Later.